Battle of Britain, 1940. Hitler's first major defeat. World War II documentary. Europe under Nazi shadow. In the summer of 1940, Europe stood on the edge of darkness. Adolf Hitler had conquered Poland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, and the Netherlands. France had fallen in just 6 weeks. Only one nation remained standing against Nazi Germany in Western Europe, Britain. What followed was one of the most dramatic air battles in history, the Battle of Britain. This was not just a fight for territory. It was a fight for survival. The plan, Operation Sea Lion. After defeating France, Hitler planned to invade Britain. The invasion plan was called Operation Sea Lion. But there was a problem. Germany could not invade by sea unless it controlled the seas above the English Channel. To do that, Hitler ordered the powerful German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, to destroy Britain's air defenses. The mission was simple: destroy the Royal Air Force, cripple British airfields, break British morale, prepare for invasion. The stage was set. The opposing forces, Luftwaffe versus Royal Air Force. On one side stood the German Luftwaffe under the command of Hermann Göring. Germany had around 2,600 aircraft, experienced combat pilots, modern bombers like the Heinkel He-111 and Junkers Ju-88, fast fighter planes like the Messerschmitt Bf-109. On the other side was the Royal Air Force, led by Air Chief Marshal Hugh Dowding. Britain had around 700-800 fighter aircraft, the famous Supermarine Spitfire, the rugged Hawker Hurricane, a revolutionary radar defense system. The Royal Air Force was smaller, but it had one powerful advantage: it was fighting over home territory. Phase 1: attacks on airfields. In July 1940, the Luftwaffe began attacking shipping convoys in the English Channel. Soon after, heavy bombing raids targeted Royal Air Force airfields and radar stations. German bombers filled the skies. Dogfights erupted daily over southern England. British pilots, many of them in their early 20s, flew multiple missions a day. Some barely survived their first weeks. The Royal Air Force was under extreme pressure. Airfields were damaged, pilots were exhausted, losses were mounting. For a moment, it seemed Britain might fall. The radar advantage. But Britain had a secret weapon: radar. The British had built a chain of radar stations along the coast. This early warning system allowed them to detect incoming German aircraft before they arrived. Instead of sending all aircraft into the sky blindly, Britain could send fighters exactly where they were needed. This efficient system prevented the Luftwaffe from achieving surprise. It was a technological advantage that changed modern warfare forever. The turning point: bombing of London, the Blitz. In September 1940, a dramatic shift occurred. After a German bombing accidentally hit London, Britain retaliated by bombing Berlin. Hitler was furious. He ordered the Luftwaffe to stop attacking Royal Air Force airfields and instead focus on bombing British cities, especially London. This marked the beginning of the Blitz. For 57 consecutive nights, London was bombed. Homes burned, buildings collapsed, thousands were killed. Yet something unexpected happened. By shifting focus to cities, Germany gave the RAF time to repair airfields and rebuild strength. Instead of destroying Britain's air force, Hitler strengthened it. Civilian courage. During the Blitz, ordinary British citizens showed remarkable resilience. Families slept in underground subway stations. Firefighters battled flames nightly. Church bells rang as bombs fell. Despite destruction, morale did not collapse. Prime Minister Winston Churchill inspired the nation with powerful speeches. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. He was referring to the Royal Air Force pilots, the few, who defended Britain against overwhelming odds. The climax: Germany fails. By October 1940, the Luftwaffe had suffered heavy losses. German aircraft production could not keep up with pilot losses. British factories, however, continued producing new Spitfires and Hurricanes. Germany failed to destroy the RAF. Without air superiority, Operation Sea Lion became impossible. Hitler postponed the invasion indefinitely. For the first time in World War II, Nazi Germany had been stopped. Why the Battle of Britain was important. The Battle of Britain was Hitler's first major defeat. Its impact was enormous. It prevented German invasion of Britain. It kept Britain in the war. It allowed Britain to become a base for future Allied operations. It paved the way for D-Day in 1944. It proved the Luftwaffe was not invincible. If Britain had fallen, history would look very different today. Casualties and losses. Between July and October 1940, Britain lost around 1,500 aircraft. Germany lost over 1,700 aircraft. More than 40,000 British civilians were killed during the Blitz. The skies over Britain became a graveyard of machines and men. Conclusion: the day the sky decided history. The Battle of Britain was more than an air campaign. It was a battle of technology, strategy, leadership, and courage. Young pilots in fragile aircraft stood against the most powerful military machine in Europe, and they won. Hitler's plan to invade Britain failed. The myth of German invincibility was shattered, and the world saw that Nazi Germany could be defeated. The skies over Britain in 1940 changed the course of World War II.